Is Fazio out and Rojo in. So he started as a left back, but at Man United he's kind of converted in that three-back as the left-sided defender, which is what he will play here. Would imagine this means Tagliafico with a little bit more freedom to push forward.
Well, he had plenty of it in the first half as well, Phil, so we should be ready for some padding out of this scoreline. Certainly, Rojo, the ex-Spartak Moscow and sporting man, Man United, another high-quality, high-octane player. You sense, Phil, from this Argentina side, not in this game, but the overall, that Sampaoli's really putting his fingerprints on the way he wants them. It's always been a pressing type of play that he has, as you pointed out in the first half, his high energy pressing has always identified his teams. You know, after Tata Martino's possession game and Bowser's counter-attacking type of game, do you see enough in Sampaoli at this point, right on the doorstep of the World Cup, to think that this is a real high-energy pressing Argentina?
I think in some ways he is handcuffed by Messi, and Messi is handcuffed by him. Well, there are stars in Chile, when you think about it, the likes of Vidal and Alexis Sanchez, but they're more role players. For the fact is, they have a clearly defined purpose on the field. For Lionel Messi, he's the maestro. Everything flows through him, and that tends not to be the Bielsa style, where the team is more important than the individual. But well, kind of figure out, if you have the greatest player on earth, there's got to be a way for it to work.
Yeah, but it'll always be a team game first and foremost, and that's what wins World Cups, despite what everybody might say and think in terms of an individual talent. The structure around the diamond, the setting of the crown, has got to be all in and all inclusive to support that Maradona or that Messi. I'm not so sure that the other 10 quite live up to the standards that should be. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's absolutely beautiful from the Haitian defender at the back.
Brian Alceus making the turn.
It was. That was wonderful.
Off to this near side, Mickey Cantave.
You heard the crowd absolutely gasp at Alceus's wonderful abilities on this ball again. Good player.
Are they trying to cut it too fine? And Higuain almost stole it away. There's Mishak Sharon. By the way, mention he's the only player to have played against Argentina before in that 4-0 defeat. Sebastian Blanco of the Portland Timbers, one of the players that scored on that day for Argentina. That was, again, a domestic side. This is their World Cup team, and I kind of have a feeling, even if they might say something different when the cameras are on, this might be a little concerning for Sampaoli.
Yeah, not sure. And these exhibition games around the world are always rather lethargic, play it out and let the guys get in the rhythm, identify with one another on a big match day. And there's a lot to be taken into consideration. I think Sampaoli will have looked at that first half. There was some wonderful build-up moments of players that haven't played together too much at all. And understanding that rhythm that I keep on going about is what he wants to do. And they haven't had to press anywhere close to what they will do against the Croatians, for sure. And of course, when they come up against Iceland and Nigeria, it's not an easy group, Phil.
It is not.
Group D. What does D stand for? Death.
Meanwhile, for Haiti, still awaiting a Gold Cup in the future and Caribbean action as well. Under Coyot's second stint, now reaching out, down goes
should be a card.
Di Maria, and it looks like Mickey Cantave will go in the book. Former Getafe youth player.
It's a rash tackle, this one.
Taking it out of the former Madridista.
Comes right through. Take a look at this. Any which way you look at it, that is cynical.
I recall, and if my numbers are correct, he was at Getafe when Di Maria was at Real Madrid, so maybe some of his old teammates might be sending him a card. The referee did that time, colored yellow. 2 in the wall.
Be a tarot card with all them skeletons on it.
Well, set plays can be where discipline pays off all the way through. Placide can't get there, only as far as Lo Celso. They touch the ball, and now maybe a chance on the break. Nassan into the middle, forces it wide, trying to sweep it around, but tackled away by Salvio.
Fabulous skill by Nassan. Wonderful skill from the Haitian from Coventry City. Now, the 24-year-old showing great guile and ability when that ball was played into him in tight circumstances, felt his marker and did a wonderful pirouette with the ball.
Forbes, meanwhile, trying to lift it over Salvio, almost did.
Oh,
Marc Goyat showing a few wrinkles of his own. Maybe a chance, and again, just 1 goal away from drawing level. Jerome just pulls it back.
Had a great invite, Higuain, to pickpocket Jerome, but just not getting there quick enough. Gonzalo.
Alex Jr. bringing that down with his arm. Spent some time at Boa Vista after starting his career at Violet. Storied side that's gone through some financial woes, now finding itself in the 2nd division. Threaded forward, Messi settles at the stripe. Switching fields for the charging Di Maria. It will hold. Poked free by Carlins Arcos. Taliafico in. See Rojo staying back a bit. In fact, he's sliding in alongside Otamendi as the 2 deepest players. Otamendi forward. Lanzini putting the brakes on. Little miscommunication with Salvio. He's looked pretty good in that converted right back spot.
Absolutely has, and he's been nicely supplied from Manuel Lanzini. More times than not on the same wavelength there, though. But yeah, on both sides, Salvio and Tagliafico showed up nicely. Lanzini hasn't done much wrong at all. Although Celso has been very, very considerate and nicely quietly impressive.
Placide, Argentina trying to turn the pressure up. Just sails over Carlins. To Mendy, inside of Forbes. Messi pulls it back, but the whistle had already blown as Lanzini tripped up.
Again, quick feet of Lanzini, gets himself out of a tight little area there, unable to keep that ball back from Salvio. Up the hammers.
Look down that bench. There's still a lot of talent on display, but again, the question will be in the papers tomorrow, if you can't get past Haiti,
Well, the papers that you would be editor of, that certainly would be the headlines.
Have you read the Argentine dailies? Clarín probably already has the death knell on the front page, but 1-0, 10 minutes into the second half.
The ball is driven so much of the time by necessity of going up the gears. Argentina certainly got this game well in control, but I take your point. Everybody thinks it should be a walk in the park. I said in the pre-game review, Phil, that this will not be that way against this side. Showed up against Japan and saw some of that game, and that 3-3 draw, they were pretty damn impressive. But here they've come on block to defend first and foremost, and given Messi and his illustrious teammates serious bit of homework to be done. And I think in a lot of situations they were finding their way through nicely, but they were forced to go into the bag of invention. It hasn't been easy, and the subs coming in for another rotation workout will be well received by the crowd, like you, wanting to see more goals.
ģŠoɪᴛɪ, a long-time assistant for St. up and whispering into their ears. Ole's raining down. Will it lead to a wave on the field for the Albiceleste? Well, possession heavily in their favor. Shots as well. In fact, Willy Caballero probably could have stayed in the dressing room. 13-0 and 73% possession, but it's just a single goal that separates.
Good ball.
Dummied through for Messi. Brings it on his right, left foot wide. Lanzini.
A little too wide. It's not like Messi. He's usually pixel perfect with that little simple delivery into stride. It didn't happen there.
ģSO back again. He's the player out there in place of Biglia. He did draw the foul that led to the penalty.
Relatively quiet night at the Bombonera, I will say that.
Messi about 35 yards out, staying with them stride for stride. Now into the goal line, chipped across, knotted down, and it's Messi on the rebound. Lo Celso denied, Messi is not.
Amazing Messi. It's as if he knows by rote where this ball is going to end up. He's like a magnet. The ball is iron failings. This one should have been tucked away. It's Oscar Ruggeri looking down. Wonderful man, great player. Messi again starts it way deep. And keep your eye on him, keep following him. He sees this one delivered in, but he thinks, if it's saved, I'm going to be in that area. Wonderful play by Gonzalo this time. And then the jackknife header is right at Big Johnny, who does his damnedest to save, but how do you pick up water? You can't. How do you pick up Messi? Tito.
Credit to Higuaín for helping to create. Messi with his brace. Di Maria's night is done. And it is Christian Pavón, the Boca winger, getting an applause from the hometown fans.
Oh, I'll say good player.
Maxi Mesa, the other from Independiente.
Lanzini out, and good enough to show Sampaoli that you call on me, boss. I'll be as constant as a Northern Star. He pretty much was, as El Kun comes in as well. But Pavón is the one that has been the biggest, loudest reception here the current Boca Juniors glamour boy, good player.
So it looks like that was Agüero in a straight swap for Higuaín. So they changed the trident around the spear carrier Messi. And this is a bit of a concern. Miki Kantav is down. Take another look from behind the other goal.
Again, a lovely little touch there, and then the stab of the ball from Higuaín puts it right under the head of the pin of Lo Celso, who again is involved in both goals, setting the table for Messi in a hat-trick, perhaps. It was unlucky, the goalkeeper, Johnny Placide, not able to get quite enough to take it away out of the direction. But he needed to put that one over the north end of the Bombonera to keep it away from Messi. Messi would get to it again anyhow.
Well, as they try and make sure Kantav is okay. There you see Messi in the background. Mascherano. You'd think at 34 he'd be too old, but he is so vital to this Argentina squad, the glue that keeps things together.
Nice.
Trying to keep Mascherano on his back.
Good luck.
Sneaks it in. Arrivo. Looked like there was a clip inside the box, but he's not going to get the call. And the New England Revs youngster does not argue.
Well, Zach Arrivo has been really impressive in a lot of his stuff, and tries to buy one a little bit perhaps, but the run into the box, he's been nicely impressive, the Revs lad. Nice leggy player, good skill, and again, nice industry about him.
Nice try to get around by Ryan Alceus, who's been probably the most impressive player on the night for Haiti. Tucked in for Messi, tries to cut back. Chips it across near side Pabon. The Boca boy sees it poked free by Carlins Arcus. Throw in for Argentina. Mache converted to a center back by Pep Guardiola, but always a defensive crux no matter where he is on the field.
More than a defensive crux, Phil. He's a visionary player, a great passer of the ball over distance. Always super responsible with the ball, but you're right, in his makeup defending, man, like a Bengal tiger.
Messi shows. Mache passes wide. Now to Leo, the Lion. Goals number 62 and 63. Lo Celso. Wide for Pabon. Again, just gets away. Agüero telegraphed a bit. And Jerome out to poke it free. Still have not seen a substitution for Haiti at the moment. Would imagine a few will be coming in. Long night for Nasson, running by himself up front. Again for Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. Those the real targets. In some ways, for Argentina, the World Cup doesn't even begin until you get out of the group. Mascherano, delicate chip into the corner. Salvio trying to turn it, but well defended. Cutting back inside his own box, Alex Jr., and he's brought down. that first knockout match. This is a bit of a concern. Mascherano favoring that right leg. First knockout match against Group C, where they will cross. That's Australia, Denmark, France, and Peru. Quite familiar with Peru, who see their hopes hampered with the suspension upheld and extended to Paulo Guerrero, but kind of gives you an idea how important it is to win your group for Argentina, so you're not most likely playing France in your first knockout game. Mascherano. Back to Rojo. And the United defender forward to the City attacker. Tagliafico, nice ball.
This from Argentina. Nice build-up. He's in a corner now. Still wriggles his way through.
Pavón gets it back, drives it across. It's Messi, and he leaves Placide on his backside. Hat trick.
Wonderful build-up from the Boca boy. This was good football from deep. Again, pinpoint passing, and the hat-trick man arrives as only he can. Wonderful lead here, and this is where I thought he just lost it. They converge on him, he gets himself through somehow, and then wonderful lynx eye vision, the pullback. Look at the control from Messi. This will be a better look. Take a look at this, people. Wonderful skedaddle, and then the pullback, and there's 2 touches on it before he rockets it into the net. An intended pass for Lionel, and he knows where his bread is buttered, and there's no question he is appreciative of the Boca Juniors man, Pavón.
Well, another hat trick for Messi, this time wearing the Albiceleste. Did it against Ecuador when they needed it in World Cup qualifying back in October. And he does it here tonight in this send-off match against Haiti. Well, I said there'd be fireworks, but to this point, all in one direction.
Again, the football from Pavón is so admirable, and we've seen so much of it through him, but for his club football, you people with your machines, if you want to go back and take a look at the construction of the passes that led up to Pavón, was really impressive.
Well, looks like Brian Labissière is in, former PSG youngster, out on this right wing. So that's at least one sub. That might be for Cantab, the player who was down, but looks like a few more players out there. We'll try and keep you up to date. Up into the path of Lo Celso.
Whoa.
That one might hold.
Had a ball.
Salvio almost. Little bump from behind, no foul. Maxi Mesa wins it back. Into the area, holding off the defender, and Agüero makes it look easy.
Well, Messi does too, and we look at this one again. Now Haiti's starting to tire, and they are ruthless. Argentina, Willie, an observer from the other end. Lovely finish, expect this, but look at the pass and the turn from Messi once he gets it. Lovely ball from Lo Celso, turn, and then again, lynx eye vision, and so quick with his release right there, in the perfection, the pixel perfect perfection of this pass right here, into stride. He could have probably finished it off with his right first time. The pass was such a red carpet pass, the best of friends, of course, so that'll mean a lot between them two. And well played again from Lo Celso, Phil. That's 3 times he's been involved in all of the goals.
By the way, giving chase right now, 2 of the substitutes. That one, the New York Red Bulls' ᴰᴜ who is out there. Also looks like ⴰ has also exited, the New England Revolution youngster. By the way, Rev's also a bit of Haitian history, signing the first Haitian player in Major League Soccer history, Patrick Tardieu, who I'm sure is looking in tonight. Might not like what he's seen in the second half, but I think Marc Coyat, in this youth project, they've shown a bit and they're learning a lot.
They're just tiring now. They put so much into the first half, the Haitians, and really made Argentina work for any sorts of passing lanes. That fatigue starts to impose itself, and the oxygen not getting through to the brain, and the legs just not quite energetic. And then this raft of top-class talent coming off the bench. It's always going to be a tough night for Haiti as the time went by. Plus, they've got Lionel Messi to contend with.
By the way, that was Marcos Acuña coming in. Bit of a surprise, coming off of a left knee injury for Racing recently. But he is going to get a run out here today, literally, as he sprints onto the field. Messi. Beautiful weighted ball for Acuña, but he got a little help as he turned past Salceus.
Take a look. Lovely ball from Lionel again. Impossible pass. He's onside. Acuña has a little hand on him, perhaps. Just pushing away onto the defender. Nice run. Beautiful feed.
Well, 1-0 at the half. And it took nearly till the hour mark for Argentina to score a second. And now the goals coming fast and furious. Nice on that far flank.
Well, it'll be another hat-trick for Messi, and it'll add to all the statisticians around the world, of which you are chairman, my friend. And I understand it, but that's not what he is about. And I keep saying it, and I won't shy away from it. The amazing dribbles that he contains, the flicks of Messi, those wonderful shimmies and the magisterial passes. We take them all, the twists and turns, the fly's eye visions. We take them all so much for granted. It becomes ordinary watching Messi. Well, the last of the summer wine is approaching for Lionel, so enjoy him while you can. Look at
Saving
that
the
ball
good
again.
stuff.
Amazing Messi. He sees things on a different dimension. He doesn't look for passing lanes, he invents them. But is it going to be enough to take Argentina over the line in the World Cup? And all the Ballon d'Ors, Phil, and all of the La Liga titles and the Champions Leagues, and the amazing rivalry with Ronaldo keeps on elevating him more and more.
Really into the corner, and the fans finally getting a chance to cheer Caballero.
I think they were being sarcastic, Phil. Willie, Willie, Willie!
Those are some of the questions, of course.
Of course, they'll remember Willie Caballero. He was a Boca Juniors man himself. Take a look at that wonderful touch from Kun Agüero, and then keeps on running. That is brilliant, and what a goal that would have been. The first touch from him was just exquisite, and just couldn't get enough razzle on it to take it past Placide.
ᴰᴜʟ will exit, and ⴰrɪᴇირᴅ checks in. And just a reminder how deep this Argentina is.
Yeah, well played, ⴰ ᴰᴜ. 22-year-old, got bags to offer. PSG man and Rosario Central loanee, and really showed some good stuff tonight. It was the quickness of his game, Phil, like Tagliafico and Salvio before him. When they were in, ⴰ they all showed a real sharpness and focus and real brand. And since ― Agüero's come in, you see that a little bit different, more of a sharpened threat. I think Higuaín will be looking to really move up. He'll need to move up a big gear in the next exhibition game if he wants to start, in my eyes. Because ― Agüero, you talk about being lethal.
Touch back into the middle. Trying to slice it forward, Banega. Ade still out there on that back line, and
he has the press.
And that is part of the São Paulo special.
It is, but Haiti played out of it. They played through the press. Well played, Haiti. Oh, talk too soon.
Quickly out wide. Messi lurking on this near side, driving it across. Chance for Pavón. Back to Messi. Ade with those long legs. Messi with those fast feet.
Well played, Ricardo Eddie.
Santiago Morning plays in Chile. By the way, in recent years, over 100,000 Haitians have migrated to Chile. There's some estimates over 200,000 after all of the disasters from the floods and the earthquakes have migrated to that southern cone, including Argentina, and many of them here tonight. Nice work to save the corner. Kind of funny seeing a lot of the Haitian fans wearing Lionel Messi shirts.
Now, fabulous gesture from the great country of Chile to open their doors to the wonderful people of Haiti. They're getting good stock.
ⴰrɪᴇɪᴅ.
And can I just say something about Ade's team in Santiago? Morning. What a beautiful name. As in morning, good morning, when the sun rises. I wish the MLS teams were a little bit more creative with their name selection.
Like the Miami
Morning.
The Miami Evening. Miami Nights. Miami Nights. You were pretty familiar with Miami Nights. 78th minute.
Well, I've said my piece for that franchise, if it ever comes to MLS under Beckham, should be called AC Miami.
Why is that, Ray?
Air conditioning, Phil. Air conditioning.
Everyone loves AC. Good step up, Otamendi, and he stands strong against the challenge.
Miami Morning. It's grown on me.
Threaded by Banega. Placide out to the top of the box. Messi has never scored 4 goals for Argentina. Had a handful of hat tricks and another one tonight.
Nice play. And again.
And again, they like to play. Arcos up this near side. Out of Racing Capetienne.
I'd like to see Haiti score.
Well, coming close here, but can't force their way through.
Oh, that's a great ball. Again, Agüero finding that one sharp.
They appealing for the throw-in, not going to get it. Looks like ― still on the sideline waiting to get in. The Nakbre, the man. Left Port-au-Prince early, and he's been in Holland for nearly a decade. Now 20 years of age, and another part of Coyot's regeneration. Edge of the 18, caressing it to the goal line. Agüero drops it back, but the shot sails high. Not everything perfect for Salvio.
What a ball.
Mendy takes a bit off, heads it wide for Salvio, and back to Caballero.
Otamendi, what a season he had with the Sky Blues of City. The citizens were magisterial, absolutely brilliant. And then when they got to the Champions League, Liverpool were brilliant. But then Real Madrid showed up. Says enough of this. Another Spanish conquest, Phil, and the great La Liga triumphant in the Champions League and the Europa League.
Well, Aguero's old Atleti.
Yeah. Barcelona were miles ahead of both of those clubs.
Oh,
Olé!
ᴰᴜʟʟ. Hangs in the air. Good settle again by Pavón. He's been a bit nervous at times, but he's fought through the nerves. Pinballs around. Out for Aguero.
Brilliant. That is
Inside for
absolutely
Mesa.
marvelous from Kun Aguero. Is showing up sharper than a porcupine's backside here. Mesa's looking at him thinking, wow, how did he get that one through? That was Kun Aguero at his best. I'm thankful to the producers for getting that close-up of him. But since he's come in here, he's looked really on point. Had his injury problems, of course. Messi finds the target again. Look out.
A lot of space, dropping it for Messi. Touches across. Dummied in for Pavón, but, well, not quite the Cinderella finish.
Nice setup for him. And Lionel turns, skips, places it. Lovely pullback. Messi feeds. And then just loses his studs right at the end of the step through there, Pavón. Ooh! Hey, they're all just like us.
Well, all 6 of the subs have been made. Are they? He's already got a yellow.
No, there's nothing there. Pavón just couldn't get to the ball in time. That's a good challenge stepping through from Ricardo.
Ball sails over Acuña, helping to cover on this left side after Tagliafico exited. And again, attacking midfielders as the fullbacks. That gives you an idea of what to expect this summer from Sampaoli.
Ball again from Masha.
Masha.
Beautiful.
Messi. Pavón, but the flag will deny a 5th.
Started with Mascherano's visionary pass, leads to this, and that's a good call, probably. Half a step offside.
Looked like it was Mishak Jerome again. The Jacksonville-based defender stepping up just in time. That one's going to sail, and Caballero will get another touch. By my count, still 1 sub left for Haiti if they wish. Over Over for Otamendi. Talked about his performance this year. Well, think about last year where people said, nice little back heel from Banega, that Otamendi was overrated and over the hill, out, and Placide out quicker. But under Pep Guardiola, he was the Iron Man on that back line. Touched inside by Carlins. Are they sliding over? Back to Alceus, the French-based and French-born Haitian midfielder. Touched away by Acuna. Messi there to gobble up the loose ball. Goes wide left. Tries to feed Pabon, but Ade again. And even if he did give up the penalty, Ade, the 28-year-old defender, has looked good. Maybe some of the bigger clubs in Chile might be keeping an eye. Sails far side. That's the ★. Good ball across, top of the 18. Poked free into the center. And just a lunge by Savat. Battling for it in the 18.
Not the cleverest of balls that time from Pavon. Could have went through Willy Caballero rather than his defender and played it real safe.
Foul against Labissière. There is Sabat leaving his calling card. He looked less worried when the scoreline was only 1-0. I think now he realizes they're almost 90 minutes closer to Russia. Match against Israel on tap as their final tune-up.
He changed his lineup consistently, Sampaoli, and he really come in for a lot of deserved criticism. Didn't settle on anywhere near a core of players other than Biglia. But that was the one consistent in his team, and that raised the eyebrows and suspicions of a lot of Argentina fans. But he started to create a little bit more of a better identity with this team. Certainly, he's signed a contract till 2022 as well, Sampaoli. So
chipped in, just past. So close as Messi looks for a fourth.
It remains to be seen if the Argentine Football Association keep faith with him for that length of time. And it's a long contract for a national team coach, Phil, till 2022.
A couple more Copa Americas in between.
Yeah, and we will be there for Copa America.
There's a good look at the New York Red Bulls' Derek Etienne. And in many ways where Sampaoli burst onto the scene. And another trophy that's also just slipped away at the last moment for Argentina. From the corner, first of the match for Haiti. Can Caballero keep the clean sheet? And the Paraguayan referee ὠᴜʟʟ looking over towards the benches. Looks like one last sub. Waldo Vernet will check in, the Don Bosco midfielder. Made the trek, he'll get the chance. 90th minute as the right back Carlins exits, and Vernet will check in. Into the box.
Oh, nice.
Trying to turn. Appeals for a foul, but you're not going to get it. Nassan again frustrated.
Showing some real nice guile. That was another flash of it. with a good club in Coventry City. Promotion, as I said earlier. They're getting themselves up the ladder, and he's a big part of it. The music never stops in this wonderful, magisterial city of Buenos Aires. And the soul is personified, of course, in the Bombonera.
Well, for Argentina, the World Cup looms. In the fall, it will be CONCACAF Nations League qualifying against St. Martin. Just a little different.
Well, during the qualification process, it was Messi who rescued Argentina again. You cannot say it any other way but single-handedly. I mean, every time he wasn't in the team, they failed to win, and he produced the goals under the most immense pressure again, and he's provided the goods against the night.
Agüero drives into 4, finds Messi. Messi finds the ball, but it rattles near side. Vernet will take a look and then drop it for Ade. Cleared only as far as Mascherano. And then I think the wrinkle that might be noted is Salvio on one side, ᴰᴟɪᴛɪ on the other. Messi brought down. The challenge from the substitute. And might have been a hard hit, but Messi holding no hard feelings.
Not too bad. Take something special even for him over this distance. But with Messi, the impossible is nothing. Let's see if he's got it in him for number 4.
And he has never scored 4 goals for his country. And maybe the final play of the match, most likely it is.
A good goalkeeper to beat as well. He just did it with the penalty kick. This is surely a little bit too far. And I was going to say the angle just perhaps too acute.
As you said, he barely snuck it in from 12 paces. This about 30. Placide, a yard off his line, center of the 6, lifts it far corner, but it sails high, and that is going to do it. 1-0 at the half, 4-0 at the final whistle.
Well, a Messi show again, and the inspiration there, and he's used to it, and he'll have to get used to it in Russia also. Well played, Haiti. They put on a hell of a fight in the first half and made Argentina work for it. But Leo and the Albiceleste, just too much.
Well, Messi with his 62nd, 63rd, and 64th, and the cherry on top from Agüero for Haiti. A good night for Argentina, a great one. Off to Russia they go.